Cool. Welcome to Blaze World, episode 6. Today we are joined by our captain, Kim Tallberg. But not only that, we have some fans with us today, and thank you for everybody for your time. And yeah, first of all, Kimmy, the weekend. We're not going to go too much into the weekend, but we'll have a little discussion more about it first. You saved us, didn't you? Really, on Saturday with your goals, and not only that,
Um,
you got an assist, didn't you, on Sunday as well? So it's been some weekend for you in a sense for yourself. I know we didn't get the 4 points what we all wanted, but yeah, from at least we got 2 points, and for yourself, you've done pretty well.
it's I think the away game in Glasgow was a big character for us, and go up there is not easy and be down 3-0 and then turn that around. That was a big one, and
Yeah.
of course it's nice when to put some puck in and help the team. That's what it's all about for me right now. That's to help the team to win, and when I score a goal or make a pass, then it's I'm happy that we score a goal together. So that no, that was a good a lot of good hockey in this weekend, but not the result that we wanted in Sunday. But it is what it is, and we're looking forward to what's ahead here.
Yeah, we've got a tough weekend coming up, haven't we, really? We've got Steelers away, then we're back at the
Yeah.
Sky Dome against the Flames. So a very, very interesting weekend. So how do you feel going into this with obviously from the defeat on Sunday? How do you feel, all of you?
No, it's always fun games to play this one against Sheffield and Guildford too. Always tough games. So I have some family members flying into to this weekend, so that's always nice to they come and support and some friends. So it will be a fun weekend, and we're gonna put up the best performance we can to get the full pot here.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. And it's always interesting when we play against the Steelers. I know for us fans, it's always interesting. I know we have a bit of banter with their fans, so it'd be a really, really interesting one. So, but no, I'm going to get into the questions. I'm going to go round. I'm going to start with you, Daniel. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, just wanted to know, like, with you being in the British League, what is your favourite place in Sweden for the SHL? And like, what would you recommend to UK fans as a good arena to go to watch a Swedish game?
If you go to a Swedish game, I would say Färjestad in SHL. That's a super good, always packed, cool atmosphere. And the biggest game in Sweden right now is in the second league. It's the Djurgården against AAK, the Stockholm derby. So that's the biggest game we can play back home in Sweden. So they play each other 5 times, 4 times each year. So I would say if you can go to one of that, that's better atmosphere and that it's hard to get. So that's two really cool places. But if you go there to SHL and go to any place, it's gonna be a good atmosphere. But that's
Fair
my
enough.
two top ones, I would say.
Awesome. I'll move on to Richard.
I've got so many questions, but the one that's really sort of gnawing at me, Mr. Tallberg, is the fact that for the first 2 seasons with us, your smile on the ice seemed to get you into a lot of trouble with the other players on the other teams. But is it have they just got used to you, or is it the fact that obviously you're wearing your C this year and you changed your playing style a little?
No, I think it's they are used to it too. The first year, a long hair Swedish guy come in and they they get pissed off. I think they are used to it, but there's still some nubbing out there. So no, I think I haven't tried to change anything. So I it's still some yeah some nubbing out there. So but yeah, it was more the first year. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first 2 years, you seem to get under everyone's skin. Not so
yeah.
much anymore.
No, I will try to bring that even more now. Yeah, it's a fun part.
Cheers, Richard.
Right.
Ready when you are, Rosie.
Hi, you okay?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Good. I wanted to ask what made you motivated to go into professional hockey? Because obviously I know it's not an easy thing. You must have been playing since you were young. Like, what was it that made you think I want to do this full time, professional?
So I was born into a hockey family. So my dad played. So I was on ice my first time when I was 1.5 years. So I was born into a locker room and fell in love with the sport right away. And always been a dream to have this like my job. And I try to remember myself as much as I can. I've done this for professional for 12 years now, and that's a blessing. And I'm so thankful for that. To yeah, so I living my best life I can do, and I'm so happy for that. So yeah, I think
Amazing.
that's my answer. Yeah, good question. Thank you.
Cheers,
Mhm.
really. So I know the next is couples. We've got Kelly and Dave. So who wants to go first out of you two to ask the first question, Kelly?
Hiya.
Hello.
So you've got 3 games coming up soon. How will you prepare for all 3 of those games all in a row? Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Great question.
Yeah, it's not so usual we play like that, but we always have a rule that to be present, and the schedule is what it is. So we're gonna prepare for the Friday game, take that game, and then directly on the morning we're gonna have a video and stuff and clean that game off, and then focus on the next one and see some system stuff we need to change. So it's gonna be a tough weekend, but we're gonna prepare like we do for all the other games, but it's gonna be a little bit more intense and a little bit more video on short notice. So it's nothing changes. Just compress everything a little bit and try to sleep and eat as much as you can and reload at the pause and then go again. So it's again it's a blast to play this sport. So 3 games in a row. It's just yeah, it is what it is, and I like it.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to let you get a chance in there now, Dave.
Okay. So obviously you come from Sweden and obviously had a lot of Swedish influences into your hockey. How does the style of play back home differ to what we have in the Elite League?
The biggest difference, I would say, the league I played in before, it's a little bit of a wider league. It's 14 teams and 4 lines, really good lines in every team. So in the longer run, it's a little bit more speed and more stuff, a little bit more systematic. But I think this league is more fun to watch. It's happened more stuff, and it's a little bit more goals and stuff like that. If you watch a game back home, it can sometimes be pretty boring hockey because it's so systematic, and it's a lot of, yeah, we train a lot of that type of stuff. So that's the biggest difference. But the top events in this league is awesome. You see in Champions Hockey League, Sheffield go home and beat some guys from the SHL. So the top events here is great, but in the long run, it's a little bit wider teams with yeah, more people in every team and a little bit more competition in the team. So that's the biggest difference, I would say.
Cool, thank you.
And then I'll let Ollie and Sarah, whoever wants to go first out of you two.
Go ahead.
What's it like being captain now?
It's an honor. First and foremost, it's always an honor to wear a C, and I get that C because I am who I am. So I don't need to change anything. I just keep being me, and I have been a captain before, an assistant captain, and so it's more just the honor. I don't change anything. Yeah, you maybe need to talk with the ref sometimes. That's that's the biggest change. Otherwise, I don't talk to them. But now you need to do a little bit like that and communicate between the room and the trainers, a little bit like that for some schedule stuff. But otherwise, it's yeah, just the honor, and I'm blessed. I have a C. Yeah.
Great.
I'm ready when you are, mate.
Going through the long list, I'll start with a slightly more fun one for you. Which team is your favourite to play against in, obviously, the IHL, and which is your least favourite to play against, whether it be home or away?
That's a tough question. It's
Good question, Ollie.
I would say Belfast, always cool event when we go there. But I like the Cardiff games too. It's always been a big battle all these 3 years I've been here. Cool atmosphere both home and away, and So I would say Cardiff on the first one, and second one I like to play everyone, but I think maybe Guildford away. Yeah, I take that Guildford away.
Definitely heard that as a lot of responses. Guildford
Yeah.
away, changing rooms.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to throw a little question in there for you, Kimmy, is
Yeah.
what inspires you with your artwork? Because I know you do your art, but is anything else away from the hockey where what inspires you to do these paintings? Because I'm very interested because I think my room could do a bit of color, if I'm honest. So
Yeah, we will get something sorted.
yeah,
No,
definitely.
it's I started like 10, 12 years ago. I just started and did for family and just some friends and stuff. And then I didn't do it for a couple years, and then I get it going again. And the main thing is I love colors and I love to create stuff. And when I do abstract art, some people see some stuff therein that I have never seen, and they see a bird or whatever they see. And but the main thing is I always write a positive meaning behind all my art. So before they put it up on the wall, they're gonna read that text on the back. So every time they see my art, they should get a good feeling in the body and some power, some energy. And I have get so many text message back that said that was what I needed in my life right now, and that stuff really go into me. That's all I care about, to help people improve their physical and mental health, and this is a part of that. So, and they look cool, so that's a two win-win.
Yeah,
um
definitely.
so that's the main thing, to make something that can help to bring a little bit energy to the environment.
Yeah, and would you say it's a good way for you to like wind down after games or a couple of days
Yeah.
after games to wind down and do some painting and chill out?
Yeah, we have a lot of free time. We practice with off ice maybe like around 3 hours a day, and then we are off. So we have a lot of time to try new stuff. And so I help people with training, and I paint my art on my free time, and that's perfect to let the brain just go whatever they want. So no, I'm really thankful and happy that I have that.
Do you have any other hobbies away from the painting and the hockey? And so now, obviously, like you mentioned there, you do like your sports, fitness, and stuff. Is there anything else? What drives you to do anything else? What you like to do for
Like
downtime?
tennis.
Yeah.
So I go to the park, War Memorial Park or Spencer Park, and play some tennis when it's dry outside. So that's a big hobby I have too.
Oh, brilliant. Awesome. So I won't hog all the questions. I'm going to move back over to Daniel now, if that's okay, mate.
Yeah, that's good. To follow up on the art question, I had like this idea of like if you had anywhere in the city centre to do like a mural to celebrate or sponsor a way for Coventry Blaze to be represented in the town centre, where would you have it, and what would be your starting point and inspiration for it? Like, say, for instance, because of the 20 years celebration for Grand Slam, that could be a way of inspiration.
You mean paint art on a wall or something, or
Yeah.
no? Yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. A good place for that, I think it's where can we put that? A big wall. We have on the Spoon Street there a couple walls, maybe to do something cool when you go on the way down to the rink. That would be pretty cool, and have some cool message behind that too, and then some color bomb and with some Coventry colors. So yeah, I would figure out a good idea with that if that come up for sure. Mm.
Have you got anything else, Daniel? Do you want to move on, mate?
Wow. The other one is this is be a really cheeky one if you could do this at the Sky Dome. So with the testimonial thing and that, if you had like a chance to just do a one-off event any season you would like to do, and you had the option to completely customize, so like the color of the ice rink, the goalposts, the jerseys, the pucks, the way the players are wearing the jerseys and stuff like that. If you had full control, how would you do it?
If we're gonna have it as a team, I want as a team it should be clean and professional. So I wouldn't change that much, but some walls in the rink I will bum in, so you walk in there and oh, what's that, and maybe catch some eyes, and people can go watch a little bit in the breaks maybe. So I would for sure fix something on the up on behind the stands and stuff like that. But I wouldn't go crazy on the ice or something like that. There we go. Maybe not see the puck when it's out there. But I could do some cool on the walls for sure.
Yeah, I think the Skydome would be a really cool idea. Something in Crosby's bar as well would be pretty nice, lighten that up a little bit and get some.
Absolutely.
I think something like that would be absolutely brilliant. So I think that's going to be start pushing our way through for that one. I think because pretty cool idea. I think definitely.
I mean,
yeah, awesome, Richard.
Yeah.
Well, you stole my art question, so I've got to find some new. So, in your entire career in ice hockey, what has been the most unexpected and funniest moment that you've had on the ice?
Ooh, funniest moment. That's a good question. Also, now I need to spin back here and see. I think my first pro game was pretty big when I went from the third league up to the second league, and we played the biggest team because in Sweden you can go from SHL down to Allsvenskan. Team switches because if you come in the bottom you go down, if you win you go up. Okay. So we had the biggest team in Sweden was in the second league, and I did my debut at their place, and they're gonna retire our players. I went from having 300 people on the stands to 9,000, and the whole family was there. And so that's a night I always remember. And we played really well. I played well, so that was cool. And these 3 seasons here in Coventry, not just because it's you guys, but that have been my funniest 3 years in my career. I really love it, and it's different, and I enjoy my life so much here, both hockey and off the ice. So I would say Coventry is a big part of my hockey career now.
Okay, so the other part of the question was, what's the funniest thing that's happened during a game on the ice?
When we was a little bit younger, we had not in my team, but in the other team, one guy was a little bit late out from the period break, and so when he jumped on the ice, he still had his skate guards on. And during the play, so he was a demon jumping out, and just like an animal on whole ice. He was just jumping out there and couldn't stand on the skates. And our guys come two against one. He should be out there, and they score a goal on that one. So I would say that's a memory I have that was pretty weird, but looks funny. A good YouTube clip.
Yeah. I like that. Excellent. I won't hug you. I'll let you crack on.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Rosie.
Mine's one that I asked in the last episode, which I feel like is now going to become a bit of a staple. But what would you say is your death row meal? So you can pick a starter, a main, a dessert, and a drink, and that's it. What would you be picking?
I like these questions, Rosie.
They're a bit different. They're very
I like
whatever I want, a starter, a main, and dessert.
And a drink, yeah. But it's got to be like what you would have as your ultimate meal.
Okay. I would say a starter. I'm a very simple guy, so I would say a starter would go maybe fried pineapple.
Well,
okay, that's different.
Yeah, I say fried pineapple, and then main food I go with the tacos. That's my favorite food I can eat. So like a burrito taco with some nachos on, and then a dessert, vanilla ice cream with some strawberries and blueberries on, and the drink. I don't drink anything else than water, so I love water. I drink water to everything. So I'm a boring guy when it comes to drink. So I just drink water. So I take water.
Nice. So it's a bit different. I mean, so I definitely would not pick water, but
yes. No, I know that's my bad, but yeah. I love water and frozen water, you can play hockey on. So
yeah,
well, can't complain with a bit of water, can you? You can't.
Yeah, you see, yeah, it works. Yeah.
H2O.
So yeah, that's my meal.
Love that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. Whoever wants to go next out of Kelly and Dave.
Okay, I've got loads.
That's cool.
Is there anything you don't like about hockey?
Good question.
I don't know. I love everything with it. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I can't say no. I love the whole process of it, and I always done. So I can't come up with something. I don't want to make something up. So no.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
even the smell of the gloves when they're in that drying rack, because that's not the one for me.
You didn't like that?
No, that smell. I go past like the ladies' toilets where the away block is, and
Oh, it's gross.
it's horrible, isn't it? So no, that would be me. Tick, don't like that.
That's a living room for us, so that's I'm used to that, so I can feel that.
That's, I suppose.
Is there just one more? What do you say in the locker room after a loss? What do you say to the guys?
Often Kevin come in and have a couple words. If we have play really awful or don't follow what we should do, we can address that right away. Otherwise, it's just we don't say much. We clean it up the day after. We watch the video and go through the game. So it's not that much talk. If nothing, maybe need to clean up right away. But most games, we do what we can, and you lose a game, and that's a part of the process. So we don't say that much after the game. Actually, we take that the day after.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So a bit of a variation on the common question. So a lot of people ask about who you would like to play with from anybody who's played hockey. I'd like to ask, out of your 3 years that you've had with the Coventry Blaze, who would you have as your starting six from any of the teams in the Elite League that you've played against or played with?
Oh. Starting six. I would say, that's I'm gonna try to make it fast now. I'm gonna miss someone for sure, but I would say D-man, we take Halbert. And Brady. I'll take Halbert and Brady as a D-man there. And
Brady
then I take
Potto or Brady Norris?
Brady Norris, yeah.
Brady Norris.
Yeah. And then goalie, I go Robson and Paavo Hölse. They can share the net there. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can share the net. And then we go forwards. I like first guy come up, Molly Quinns. I liked him. I think that is a good center man. And where we have other guys that we play against. I gonna take guys I have played with. We go. We put Johnny Kerr on too. He's cool, and then I take myself in there too. So then we have a starting six there.
Yeah, I thought you'd slip in Johnny because obviously you guys had such good chemistry in that first year you were here.
Love that guy too. So now, cool. There we have it. Starting six.
Great questions. Moving on to Ollie and Sarah.
Just going on from that question then and talking about Johnny Curran. Obviously, played for Fife to start the season. Their situation we don't need to get into, but he's currently coaching them. Would that be something that you'd be interested in doing following your playing career? Would it be going into coaching or off-ice ice hockey, or is it something completely different?
I think not being a coach for a team, I don't think I'm gonna do that. But first and foremost, I'm gonna play as long as I can, and then I always want to have something to do with the sport. But I think like individual training and physical training for the guys, or the mental part, and be a part of that situation in a team, I would say, but not maybe coaching. I don't think so, but maybe that's gonna happen because we will see. But have a part of it for something, trainer or for sure. I like that stuff.
And then the other one, another one I'll ask you. Everyone knows you're great with arts and all of that. Do you have a hidden skill that fans or just people don't know about from you?
Hidden skill. I'm now the art thing everybody knows now, but I can write a song if I want, so I'm pretty good at rhymes. So I would say, yeah, and I can rap them too, but maybe don't sound that good, but I can do that. So yeah, I have tried a lot of different stuff like breakdance and stuff like that, but that didn't go very well. Just bounce around in the living room, but yeah, but I say rhyme.
It's good to hit.
Would you say you're a sweet or a savory guy?
Sweet or
Savory.
you mean candy and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm more a candy guy. I like have some sweets on the after a game on Sunday or something. So I'm more a sweet guy then. Mhm.
Have you got anything else, Sarah? Sorry.
Yeah, one more question. Last year and the year before, you had braids. Are you going to do it again this year?
Yeah, we will see. Surprise, surprise. Maybe we will see if that coming back. So yeah, I need to find a good place who does it. It
Is
gets
there
a little bit messy almost right away. So if I find a good place, yeah, maybe we will see that on some national anthem, maybe.
Yes.
Is there a hidden
Yeah.
reason for the braids, or is it just, as you said, your hair gets longer, so it makes it tidier?
What did you say? If I
Sorry, with the braids, is it is it superstition, or is it just gets it out your
no,
hair?
so the first year I was here, I was uh we had a break and we went to Jamaica for 5 days because we had a 7 days break. So when I come home from Jamaica, I surprised the boys with the braids. So that was the first time, and everybody liked it. So I just did it the year after too, but not in Jamaica. So that's yeah. I'm a big Bob Marley fan too. I listen to a lot of reggae music, so it's a little bit of that vibe.
Nice.
So I've all in my head now. All I've got is you doing a rap with your braids in there, mate. That'll be,
Yeah.
I think that's something's got to be at the dinner awards this season. I think that's going to be my
Yeah.
request. Get the braids on. We'll get the microphone out, and we'll get some reggae on, and we'll be all laughing, mate. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But no, in terms of like, I ask this to all the players. I always ask this question because it's just something what interests me is in terms of like I'm a massive NHL fan. I think quite a lot of us here could be like massive NHL fans. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm a massive New York Rangers fan. I'm really good at friends with Sykesy now because of me and Nick having this conversation about New York Rangers a lot. Is any inspiration from the NHL you take from that, or any teams you do follow now you're over here in the UK? And is there anything
So I
you love from it?
follow a lot of players.
Yeah.
It's so many good players. I follow more players than team, but I always had the Detroit Red Wings when I was younger. We had a lot of Swedes there, and we was there and watched the Stanley Cup Finals against
Oh, wow.
Pittsburgh. So that's a big memory. So always Detroit have been a team I share on a little bit, but nowadays it's more watching players and that stuff. So I follow that a lot.
I think we've got a lot of I've got a lot of Blaze fans who are into Detroit, so I think they'll be happy with that answer too. Fair play.
Yeah.
But no, Dan, sorry, mate. I'll go with you again, mate.
So it's probably a weekly question that happens, but is there any like superstitious things that you had in the locker room or when you were playing for Swedish teams? Any superstitions then, and if there's any difference or similarities you had between them?
It's I would say I had a lot of that stuff needed to be the right way when I was a little bit younger. Now it's just go on routine. So I do a lot of stuff that do the same way, but I don't think about it, like tie your left skate first or stuff like that always happen. And before I go out on the ice, I look at a couple stuff and follow the fingers to get the eyes moving and a little bit like that. So it's nothing crazy, but and in the warm up on the ice, always do the same routes and yeah, open up the hips and stuff like that too. So I have some stuff, but nothing crazy.
Awesome. Richard?
Got to remember to unmute myself. That always helps. Right. So what is, if you look back on your career, sort of what has been your biggest challenge in your career and how did you overcome it?
Biggest challenge is always been the mental part. I think that's the main thing for everybody in life in general. But I started working a lot on that in 2013. Took help with we had people around the team that helped stuff with that, and I really understand that if I don't take care of this, I don't gonna enjoy what I do, because it's a little bit pressure too when you have this as a work, uh, and to try and enjoy it at the same time can be really hard. But that's the biggest thing in my career, and I'm so thankful that I started that pretty early. So I would say my strongest thing today is my muscle in here, and so that was my biggest challenge. But that's the best challenge you ever can go through and figure that one out. So for sure that one.
I think a lot of people suffer from that, and that's actually some good inspiration there.
Yeah.
A little bit of a funny one for you, moving on from that. Which of your teammates would you least trust to cook you dinner, and why?
You put me on the spot there. I need to pick one. Probably one of the younger guys that haven't cooked a lot of food. So who can I take there? Maybe Brindley Caps don't cook that much food. He's an awesome guy, but I don't know if he know what time he's gonna take the pasta out from the water. So I maybe take him then.
No, that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
There you go, Rosie.
Can you walk us through your match day routine? So does it differ from like when you've got a game on a Saturday compared to when you've come home from Fife and haven't got back until like 5 o'clock in the morning? Or is it pretty much standard? Like, what do you do?
It's a little bit different. It's a normal game on a Saturday. Always go up, so you're up before 9 o'clock, and then say around 8 o'clock, and then out, have a small jog, a stretch, just get the body going, get some fresh air in you. Always outside, just to get the because rest of the day you're inside a lot, so just to get the fresh air in. Small sprint just to get the body. Okay, it's time, and then home after that. Always eat around 1 o'clock when the game is 1:30. I always have my food, and we play at 7. So yes, I eat a pretty big meal at 1:30, take it easy, and then I'm at the rink at 2:30, 2 hour 30 minutes before the game, maybe a little bit earlier, 2 hour 40 minutes, and then come there and take care of the sticks and go through all thing, and so everything is good, and then you start mentally prepare. So yeah, I would say that that's a normal day. And then the Sunday games is a little bit different, because it's not super easy after the game and just come home and fell to sleep. So always you fell to sleep pretty late, so you try to get your sleep in, so you sleep a little bit longer, but then right away when you wake up, out again and get in your fresh air with a walk or something, and then get it starting again. So it's pretty similar, but always get the body going in the morning.
Yeah. And with all that routine, is it difficult in the summer, like when you don't have that routine guiding you, like what do you do? Do you get a bit bored? Like, or do you have such a time?
No, no, it's that time you enjoy too. It's other routines that come in there. I always start my days with workout, and it's the same here. I always start my days in the same way, and so the summers, it's a lot of other stuff that come up that I enjoy too. So it's nothing you miss it, but it's so much other good stuff too. You are around your family and friends that you're not see that much during the season and stuff like that. So no, I would say
Bit best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. Actually,
Thank you.
Cheers,
thank
Rosie.
you.
Kelly and Dave.
When you're on the coach to go away for the game, do you sit next to the same person? Do you play games? Do you listen to podcasts? Do you play
Yes, we have
cards?
we have our spots in the bus, so you always sit on the same spot. And I have the back row, so I have the 5 seats there back. So, yeah. I have the king place in the bus now, the old guy, you know. No, so I sit there, and Alderson and Clemens is in front of me, so have a small chat with them. Otherwise, I always bring a book, so I read, and then I bring a notebook if I catch something, if I see a video or I see some line in the book, I always write that up. I like writing stuff down,
Yeah.
and yeah, try to. I'm also into the spiritual stuff too, so I try to get into my my body sometimes and follow my follow my breathing
Oh,
or blood pumping and stuff like that to take time for stuff like that. And
awesome.
sometimes
Cool.
just chill around in the watching videos or whatever. So, and after games we always bring some small snacks. We are 6 people that have like a thing there back in the bus, so everybody brings a small, yeah, it can be whatever, cake, candy, fruit, and then we mix up and share with each other and have a good time on the way home. So
Aw,
that's a nice routine. Yeah.
cool.
Um, so when it comes to the start of the off season and you're sort of heading home, if you head back to Sweden or whatever it is you would normally do, what's one of the biggest things you look forward to? Obviously, you'd be looking forward to seeing your family and friends, but is there anywhere that you'd like to sort of go and visit, or something that you do as a routine when you get back home again?
So when I go back home, I always go straight home. There, I'm raised in the island in Sweden, so that's my free zone. Every year I'm from away from there and come home. I appreciate it even more when I'm there. So I like water, I like the sea, and I get a lot of power from that. So that's a big thing I'm looking forward to when I go home. And I have my training facility right at home too. So I have that spot there. I don't move from that a lot in the summer. So I am, you can find me in like 400 meters area if you want me something. So that's a big, and families around in 10 minutes either way. And so that's when you're done and play and then you go home, you're just looking forward to have a be there for 2 months or what it is, 2 3 months. So that's awesome. Mm.
Awesome. Cheers, Dave. Ollie.
How do you keep calm on the ice when you don't agree with what the ref said and you're not happy?
It's also a thing, you play this sport for so long and you know they're not gonna change their mind, and the stuff I can't control what they do. So I'm super easy with that stuff, but I know other people or coaches you had in the past, they burn, and I know that only gonna get worse. And so for me it's super easy. I don't, if they call a shit call, it is what it is. They're not gonna take it away. So I just run with it and do the best of the situation. Of course, it can be frustrating, but it's not gonna help me, right? So I try to think logical and be present and what I can do with the situation that come up.
What, with obviously having Moore as head coach this season, what you found is the biggest differences? Because obviously being a Blaze player now, for this being your third season, had Danny the last 2 years. What's the biggest differences you found this year with a largely different group as well, and obviously with a completely different coaching staff? What are the biggest changes you've found?
It's two totally different coaches, I would say, and I like them both. I really liked Danny when he was here 2 years, and Kevin come in and run it on his way, and I like that. Not so everybody need to do the same thing. So I really like how Kevin do it too. He really know the human behind the hockey gear, and really he's really good with the persons and so passion for the game. So it's different, but it's same. It's passion in different ways. Maybe Dan is more aggressive and like this, and Kevin is more get it out on another way that I enjoy, and many people can maybe get their shoulders down and really play their best hockey. Because if you have a coach that is like this, some players can lock their shoulders and hold the stick maybe a little bit hard. So it's and maybe sometimes you need that too. So it's from both worlds, but they run it different, and I really like them both.
Yeah. And another one, kind of related. Obviously, with injuries that we've had this season, we've had Vanel put the skates back on after kind of stepping away from playing, but then coming back in. What's it like actually having your assistant coach behind the bench, but then also on the ice with you?
Yeah, that's a new situation. I never had that before. So but he's still young and fresh in the body, and he played last year, and I think that's a big thing for a club that have an assistant captain that can go in when we need that and play well too. So no, when he's playing, he's playing. Then he's not the coach, and when he's coach, he is really the coach also. So it's easy to see that two different parts. So
Yeah.
well, yeah, when he's dressed as a player, he's as us as a player, and he do it good. So no, that's a good availability for us to have him when we need it, for sure.
That's good to hear.
Awesome. Since Ollie, you've just stole two of my questions.
Sorry, Luke.
No, they were really good questions, really good, because that was something I was interested about, like you said, about the difference, with Kevin coming in, and obviously you were used to Danny for a bit, and we've had that transition. So no, you've answered that question really well. But I'm going to go off the ice hockey again, where I'm going to look at music. Do we listen to music at all? Do we vibe to anything before hockey? Is anything what motivates you? What gets you pumped, ready for a game?
So I'm not in charge of the music, and I don't listen to my own music. So I'm not. I don't need music to get going, but we have good music in the locker room. Clem usually run it, or Robson run it. So they have. But when I'm home and cooking food or something a Friday night, I always put some music on, and it's more like jam or like reggae music. Yeah, but I really like the most the most music, actually, like pop music, whatever. So I'm an all eater in music. I think music is a awesome thing to have that spreads so much energy and happiness through so many lives. So no, I enjoy music for sure.
Definitely. So what we're listening to in the changing room, that's what I'm interested in. What is Robson putting on to get you all before you get out on that ice? Is there anything what you're familiar with?
Yeah, it's pretty similar in the most hockey room we've been in. It's some house techno music, and it's some what you call it? It's some rap music from some popular rap music and house music. I would say it's and popular pop music too. So it's a mix of that, I would say.
Awesome. I'm gonna go back to Richard because I know you had loads of questions you said, so I'm gonna pick back onto you, mate.
Mhm.
I'm just bringing the fun to the show. But anyway, so let me have I've got a couple here. If you were to step in as goalkeeper, how badly would it go?
One step in, that would be the first time I have a goalie gear on me. So I have actually never had that. So
So it goes badly.
I have no idea about that feeling, but but I think I would take a good spot in the net and just try to stand there and cover as much as I can. So they need to hit me, or maybe I can move well with that would be interesting. But I must believe in myself. So I would say I would take almost every puck.
Okay, so when you're in a locker room and you finish at the end of the day, who takes the longest in the locker room, and why would they even do that? To leave
After a normal day, after a practice day, I would say it's it's me. I leave the rink. I come there early and I leave it late. I have nothing to rush to. Uh, I don't. I like to take my time, take care of the body after workout, have a chat with Ethan. I always bring some food to the rink too and eat right after practice and sit there and talk. I I better be there in my living room. So I always been a rink guy. So I must say myself there.
So you're not spending time on your skincare or your moisturizers. It's just talking to people.
No, this is all natural. That's just plain water and air. So
Swedish air.
yeah.
Daniel, we're just going to go around once more and then we can call it.
So, with the amount of community events that the Blaze have produced this season, which have been fantastic to say the least, just wondering if you had like a chance for one of your community events to be like, say, get a few easels and stuff like that and a few canvases and just have like a Kim Tallberg, Bob Ross session and see how many people would just come out and see all the different things and help use those canvases to help with a charity or something like that. Would it be something you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, that's a good idea, and yeah, for sure, that could be cool. You mean that everybody can try and paint it too, or every canvas is done,
Yeah,
or
so just like a bunch of canvases, easels, just maybe even a few hockey pucks and sticks and just start whacking them at the canvas.
yeah, that's what I mean, and so that would be awesome that people can see it's you can make so cool stuff that not, yeah, you don't need to have so much knowledge behind it, but as soon as you keep going, you're gonna see stuff come up that you like. So no, that would be awesome. Yeah, for sure.
That's a light bulb moment just got in your head there, and it can make thinking, yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah, we need
I'll
to
tell you
do
what, I
that.
would love to
Yeah,
get a hockey stick and just wang it at some paint and just see what
yeah,
happens. That'd be
and
pretty
you have
funny, but I think I'd get rid of some frustration sometimes as well, wouldn't it? So that'd
yeah,
be nice. I think we've got to all try that. So
yeah.
I have two more.
Yeah, cool, cool.
Mm.
So the first one is I've always wanted to know about this, but you know when you go up and speak to the ref and it's you and a player from the other team, what are you actually talking about? Like, are you arguing? Are you trying to figure something out? Like, what are the refs saying back? Because I just want to mic you all up. Like, I want to know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So what depends the situation, but if it's a really messed up situation, it's a lot of argue against their guy because they wanna say something to the ref that that we don't want to present, and we have another view on it and stuff like that. But most times it's pretty good with the other player. It's more, oh, did you see that? Yeah, that was pretty ugly, and yeah, let's see what they call. Uh, so the most time is just to see what they call, and then if you don't agree, just you didn't see that elbow straight to the face, or sometimes you can give the ref a head up that they maybe jump into a lot of hits. Like keep eye on that they jump and hit our guy in the head 3 times now. So keep eye on 44. He's jumping every time or stuff like that. Uh, Otherwise, it's more to see what they're gonna call and then go to the bench and call. Yeah, we are power play here for 5 minutes, 5-on-3 or whatever.
Oh, okay, amazing. And one more question, just yes or no, do you think that was a goal at the weekend?
No.
No?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
I haven't seen it after, so I can't say. So I say no. I trust, yeah.
There actually hasn't been any replays, I don't think. I don't know if anybody else has seen them, but I haven't seen any.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I haven't had it either.
There might be a reason behind that. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
There have been highlights put up recently.
Yeah, it's in the highlights, to be fair, and the back camera angle as well.
It was
I
it.
need to have a look at it.
I would say that it was, but I'm no expert, so that's why I thought I'd ask you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't seen it. I can't say it. So I go with the call on ice, no goal then. I must trust their zebra sometimes.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Kelly and Dave. I nearly called you Kerry then, Kelly.
It's okay. I thought it was a no goal too.
Oh, okay.
Is there anywhere you've been outside of Coventry, like Liverpool, Stratford, Warwick, where you've actually enjoyed going?
So the first year it was a lot of see these towns around Leamington and yeah, London of course a lot when people come and visit, and Stratford. I've been to, yeah, Warwick or all these places you should see. and I think it's cool places, but not maybe places I go back to. If I say like that, it's cool to see the castle in Warwick and stuff like that. So it's more when it come new people that visit, I always take them. What can they want to see Birmingham or go into London? But no, it's a lot of cool places, and we can see some places too when we are on the road and stay over in Belfast or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we have seen pretty much actually.
Cool.
Cool. I think having listened to everything that you said, I suspect the answer is probably going to be nothing. But do you have like a favorite takeaway or something that you like on a sort of chill out day where you're not sort of thinking about, or you're not doing hockey? So like your Monday, would you get a takeaway from anywhere in the city, and what would be your favorite to go to?
I don't like takeaway to take home. I better go there and sit there and eat. And I have one of the favorite places I go to now. It's Teriyaki, a small place on the what street is it? Close to Rink, the Windmill Street, the old street. It's on the end of that one. A small place called Teriyaki, and they have a katsu chicken curry. So if I go out and eat, I take that, or I go to Seven Bone and take a burger if I want to have something.
Nice.
So that two places I like, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Ollie and Sarah.
How do you build chemistry with new teammates?
It's again, the hockey world is so simple to come into. It's the guys are schooled from the start, and it's I've never been a part of a a team that is not good people in. So it's super easy, and always in every team somebody knows, oh, you play with him, yeah, I play with him there and there, because it's so big network. So it's super easy and it goes super fast. You have a team dinner, and next week you take home 4 guys for a taco night, and then you're like a family. So my first year here, I had everyone here for tacos, and this year I think I have like 4 or 5 players left, and then I had all these players too. So I always bring them home and have a night with them. So and stuff like that helps, and we spend a lot of time on the bus and on all the games every day. So it goes very fast, and it's no problem at all.
Good. So I've got a couple left for you, Kimmy. 2 of them are not very linked and nice and simple. But of your current team, if you had to choose one person for a pub quiz, who would you choose? And if you had to choose one person on a team who you did not want on your team at all for the pub quiz, who would it be?
A quiz that I want in my team, that Sciencey, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows. I think he knows a lot. Yeah, he's smart. So I would say Sciencey, and the one maybe not. Maybe TJ Amarosa, maybe. Yeah, that's the first thing that come up. Yeah,
I'm
he's a great guy.
surprised you didn't go with David Clements, because
Yeah.
last interview I had with him, he likes to sit at home and watch Deal or No Deal. He likes to watch The Chase. That's why he likes to just chill out and watch these TV quizzes. And I'm thinking, if I'm on a quiz, I'm going with this guy, because he knows. He sits home and he watches, and he must study this ready for the quiz nights.
Good choice. Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah,
think
that
about that,
works.
but I think science is. Yeah, I don't know. He have ass in his rock arm, so I think he's good. Yeah.
Clem's definitely got competition then. And then the only other question I've got for you, Kimmy, is what's a country that you've not been to, whether it be for a weekend that you'd want to go, or spend like a whole month over there? What's a country you've not been to that you'd love to travel to?
The first that come up in mind, I think Japan. It's a cool place. I think they have a cool culture. So that's a place I gonna visit one day. I think it's will be super cool to watch all that.
Amazing to hear.
Awesome. So I'll end it there. I'll stop recording here. But I just want to say again to the Coventry Blaze fans, you, Kimmy, just for taking your time again to speak to us and answer all our crazy questions and taking up your time for us. And yeah, and to all you guys who've come on here again and supporting Blaze World, most appreciated. And no, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
guys
Thank you,
for
Luke.
all
Thanks,
support
Luke.
and
Cheers.
everything.
Bye.
Yeah.